went by, her mother tried to make her as comfortable as possible, but as expected, the girl's condition worsened. Soon, she was unable to walk or even stand and had to spend most of her time lying in bed. One night, the mother was downstairs watching television when she heard bumping noises coming from her daughter's room. Now, obviously, this was weird for her to hear because her daughter was bedridden and couldn't move and was so sick, so why was she hearing all this noise up in her daughter's bedroom? She raced up the stairs, opened the bedroom door, and was shocked to see that her sickly daughter was out of bed and was moving around her room. Not only was she just moving around the room, she was jumping up and down, she was dancing, she was spinning all over the place like she would usually spin in ballet. It almost looked like she was completely healthy again, and her mother was just standing and...
Riley? I'm watching the video. Don't pause it until you're done with the water. Yeah. Now unpause it.
Looking at her in shock, she performed all...
Look, you're doing it. What happened? Oh, an ad.
all these beautiful leaves and...
Come on. Wait, why did you pause it? I'm recording.
So the mother quickly grabbed her camera and started taking photos of her daughter dancing around the room. Marveling at her daughter's miraculous recovery, the mother snapped picture after picture until the camera was out of film. And in the end, the girl finished in an Arabesque position. And this is the position, if you guys didn't know. So the mother started giving her this giant applause. She was so happy to see her daughter dancing again. But when she looked at her daughter's face, she suddenly stopped clapping. The girl's eyes were closed and her face was deathly pale. And suddenly her daughter collapsed in a heap on the floor. The ballet girl was rushed to the hospital and the doctors told her mom that she had passed away. The doctor said that basically her ballet dancing was probably too much for her weak heart to take. She had literally danced herself to death and her mother was inconsolable. After the funeral, the mother took the pictures to be developed. And when she got them back, she was flipping through all the photos, looking at her daughter dancing, feeling all of these wonderful memories come back to her. But suddenly, as she looked at the pictures more closely, her hands started shaking and she could feel her heartbeat start to race in her chest. She immediately dropped all of the photos on the ground. The photos revealed that the entire time her daughter was dancing around her bedroom, performing all of her usual ballet moves, there was this ghostly green hand clutching the back of her head, pulling her back and forth and forcing her to dance. And that's how the story ends, guys. So basically the whole time this mother thought her daughter was actually feeling energized and healthy and dancing, the whole time it was this ghost like forcing her to do these dances, and you could only see it in the photos. So when I read that story, I was so creeped out. That is so disturbing and it's a really sad story. But don't worry guys, it's not actually real. I wouldn't tell you a real story that was that sad and horrible. It's just an urban legend, but still, it's freaky, especially because I used to do ballet. But anyways guys, that is the end of today's video. If you have any creepy ballet stories, definitely comment them down below. And don't forget, if you would like this new That's So Creepy shirt, I will link it down below. And follow me on TikTok if you would like to. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
That's the title.
Hey guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to the series called What They Hid From You. Today we're going to be covering Melanie Martinez, which is this so requested by you guys. I used to listen to her music back in 2015. I even did some reaction videos to her music. I just think it's so quirky, so different, so dark in kind of a good and bad way maybe, and just really catchy. I love everything about her music. Now, I was hesitant on making this video just because, you know, there have been some past events where she was in the news, I think a year or two ago. Don't even remember when that was.
1 year
so we're
ago.
gonna try and like push that all aside, and we're just gonna focus on her music. Now, there is so much symbolism in her music videos. It's insane. Basically, we're gonna be covering all the songs in her album that she made into music videos. So this might be a long video, but it's gonna be worth it. Before I get into it though, just in case you did not know yet, I have a new backdrop behind me. It's peaches or oranges. I think they're peaches. Regardless, it's super summery, super bright, very aesthetically pleasing. And if you would like to win it, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, so my Jessie channel, turn on your notification bell, and then go and subscribe to my other channel called Vlogs. I will link it down below in the description. And head to the video titled Meet Our Turtle and comment a name that you think would be really cute for a turtle. By the way, we didn't keep this turtle. We just found it on the property, hung out with it a bit, did not touch it, didn't like do anything to its environment, so it's safe. We were just excited to have found such a tiny, cute little turtle. Just in case anyone's concerned that we took it home out of its environment, we did not. Okay, so let's talk about Melanie Martinez. In case some of you have never heard of her or never heard of her music, here is a quick summary. Melanie Martinez is like a pop star plucked from the imagination of Dr. Seuss. The singer wears oversized hair bows and bright colored lipstick, and she sometimes paints graphic teardrops on her cheeks. But there's a complexity and dark side behind her baby doll aesthetic. So yeah, like I said, it's some dark stuff a lot of the time, but that is why a lot of people love her. So let's start by talking about the music video Cry Baby. Now, a lot of you guys may wonder why the heck she calls herself Cry Baby, and I had no idea sort of the history behind it until I researched this. Apparently, when she was growing up, people around her labeled her as a crybaby. And as you guys know, that is a person who cries or gets upset at the simplest of things. So the song Cry Baby is about people, including herself, who are extremely sensitive and tend to be triggered or who get upset easily. So she created this character throughout all of her music videos in the album called Crybaby, and that's a fictional version of herself. So as you see in the music video, her brother writes her name on her birth certificate, calling her Crybaby, which is kind of weird how he had the authority to like write her name on the birth certificate. And if you guys look closely at this hospital scene, the cat clock that appears in the hospital is the same clock that appears in Pity Party, which is another music video that she did. So it seems like she likes to take the same props and put them into different music videos for you guys to kind of find out and point out. Now, something Melanie Martinez admitted is that in that music video, she completely forgot to paint her nails. So in that video, she has this red chipped nail polish all over her nails. It looks horrible, and she admits to it because she totally forgot to get them done before the video. Now, what's interesting is that along with the album, Melanie actually made an illustration book. So for each song, she has an illustration. So for the Crybaby page, it says, saddest girl she has to be, salty tears stream down her cheek, her heart's bigger than her body, her name is Crybaby. I find it so cool that she actually has a picture for each song. So let's move on to the video Dollhouse. Dollhouse is about a family that appears to be perfect on the outside looking in, yet it's far from it. In the video, Crybaby's mother is an alcoholic due to her husband's infidelity. Her brother has gone down a really bad path, and Crybaby is the only one to actually see all the tragedy happening around her. Her family is visualized as the dolls living inside of a playhouse that belongs to a little girl. Now, this song also has another meaning that Melanie actually admitted to.
We know those both songs, right?
It's basically about how people view celebrities. In an interview, she said, this is a quote from her, people put them in glass
And
boxes
D-O-L-I-A-E.
and when something happens that shows when they're humans, people don't like that. And that's so true. Whenever a celebrity gets into a type of scandal, people immediately get mad and attack them as if we as humans don't just make mistakes every single day as well. So here are just some interesting sort of facts about the video. The bear next to the doll's head is Melanie's actual phone case. And what I find so cute is that that the bunny in the kitchen scene is actually Melanie's pet bunny in real life, and there was no reason whatsoever he needed to be in that scene, but he kind of just hopped on camera while they were filming, and they just left him there. And the skirt next to Crybaby when she is strapped into the box is the same skirt she wears in the music video for Carousel. So like I talked about, any sort of props and clothing she likes to take from music video to music video. So the next music video we're going to talk about is Sippy Cup. So this music video reveals the events directly after the Dollhouse music video. So all of her songs are like in sequence, obviously. This song is about what actually goes down in the kitchen, which is a lyric in Dollhouse. It provides a deeper look into Crybaby's family life. So obviously, if you've seen the video, it's pretty dark. It's about her mother getting rid of her father, you know what I mean? And there's a lyric in the video that goes, "Kids are still depressed when you dress them up." And that describes how no matter what we do on the outside, our inner feelings remain the same. Now, there was this huge debate among fans on whether or not Crybaby died at the end of this video, but during one of her concerts, she actually answered this question publicly, and she said no, she did not die. Her mother just gave her something in the video to put her to sleep, so it just looks like she did, but she didn't. Her mother did that so she would sort of forget what she witnessed. So here is the illustration that goes with this music video. It says she watches mom sip a drink out of a sippy cup that's pink. Because of that, we never think that she passed out under the sink. I just think these are so cool, and I can't show every single illustration in this video, because some of them are inappropriate for me to show on my channel for like monetization reasons and just other reasons. But if you want to see her entire illustrated storybook, it's available online for you guys. So let's talk about the music video Carousel. First of all, I just want to say that this song actually is amazing. This was the first song that actually got me into listening to her music. It's just like, it's a jam. This song is about Cryberry. I can speak. This song is about Crybaby's first love interest and her first sort of love encounter at this carousel. She wanted it to be magical in order to capture the first feelings of love, and yet still expresses the dark side of how toxic a one-sided relationship was. She talks about how she can never quite catch up to him because he's not reciprocating her love. So it's kind of like a one-sided relationship where she really, really likes him and he kind of just likes her a little bit. She feels like she is glued on tight to a carousel, going around in circles, never seeming to be able to reach out and grab the one she loves. So she's basically chasing him, which definitely is a situation that is never wanted by anybody. Now, what's so cool is that this song was featured in the American Horror Story trailer for Freak Show, and this just happens to be one of her favorite shows ever, so when she found out about this, she was so excited, just like I would be. Now, Melanie states that this song is about a relationship she was actually in, where she loved somebody who didn't really love her back. And what's interesting is that the pink puke we see come out of her mouth is actually just strawberry yogurt in real life, and she had to like refilm that just twice, and it was absolutely disgusting. So let's look at the illustration for this music video. It says, "The carnival is where she fell for the first time on the carousel. Round and round through the same hell, she never gets under his shell." So let's move on to the video Alphabet Boy. This song is also really, really good.
No.
I like this song. So according to Melanie, this Alphabet Boy she's talking about in this video is a boy she met in college that she used to date. She was studying music.
You went to Grandma and Grandpa's?
My journey to natural